Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guide 365, and today I'm going to review the Blu Ray 3D edition of Godzilla vs. Kong. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guide 365. Okay, Godzilla vs. Kong is here on 3D Blu-ray, released by Warner Brothers, and it is available at all your online retailers such as Amazon and Deep Discount. Now, as far as the movie itself goes, if you're a fan of the channel, you know I like my giant monster movies. I'm a fan of all things kaiju, from Godzilla to Kong way back in the 30s to, hey, throw in Gamera. You know, I like those, giant monsters, and really what they do on the screen really has always kind of like inspired me creatively. And, with the newest edition of Godzilla vs. Kong being affected by COVID, unfortunately I was not able to see this one in theaters, but I may try to catch a show if it's still actually out there right now, but I'm just a fan overall. Take the human story aside, which is not the best in these movies, and you have a very entertaining movie. It's a good, hour and a half plus, and it's really enjoyable. There's a lot of great fight scenes, and, just the cinematography is actually really good, especially when they focus on Hong Kong. I think it's honestly, really good. It's fun, it's dumb fun, but, if you like these giant monster films, I don't think you'll be disappointed whatsoever. Okay, we're going to talk about the picture quality and audio in just a moment, but first, let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have Godzilla vs. Kong on Blu-ray 3D. Unfortunately, here in the United States, this did not come with a slipcover. I've heard reports of Canada and other international markets also getting this version with a slip. So if you live in another country, basically you get it, but in the States, you're kind of out of luck. So it's just your standard edition here. And then we have the back cover, spine, and then very basic interior. So, all right, now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Godzilla vs. Kong on 3D Blu-ray has a 2:3:9:1 aspect ratio. Now, as far as the general look of the film goes, it actually has a very pleasing palette. Colors pop off the screen very nicely, especially places like Hollow Earth and Hong Kong towards the climax of the film. The colors look good, and they have a bit of vibrancy to them. Black levels are good also. They're not quite as deep as we get on the 4K edition. I don't think you're going to really notice any elevation or issues. In detail, it's not as sharp as you would get on the 4K edition, but it's still serviceable, and overall I think it's very pleasing to look at. When it comes to the 3D picture, I think it's very strong in this latest entry from Legendary. It has a good depth to it. It's all about that layering and depth. Pop-outs are pretty minimal. In fact, there's only maybe one or two scenes where it makes good use of that feature on 3D, involving debris or something like that, or a couple of, flying creatures. But for the most part, it's all about that depth, and I think it does a great job in that area. A little bit of a rule of thumb, especially when it comes to these movies, is anything involving the human characters, your 3D is not going to be the best. Especially those up-close interior shots. They look a little flat and less dimensional, but when Kong, Godzilla, they appear on screen in the various places like Hollow Earth, those look really good here, and they give you a nice immersive overall visual experience. I think the scale to what Godzilla is to some of the humans, and also Kong, is really well represented. It has properly rendered here in 3D, and it just looks really good. It puts you right into the movie, and it's a very pleasing visual experience. If I had one real complaint, is I felt that the director and the cinematographer focused a little too much up close on Godzilla and Kong in a few of the key fight sequences. So it loses a little bit of the 3D layering, but overall I think the fight sequences are done very well. Gives you nice immersive action-packed seats if you're watching this in 3D. And there are other moments when the humans are driving the heave vehicles in the air through Hollow Earth. You get that nice, depth there. And of course, when Millie Bobby Brown's traveling underneath the planet in that, monorail type thing, it also looks good. But once again, human interaction, the 3D's not as good, but monster fight scenes I think are done very well on this 3D picture. Godzilla vs. Kong on 3D Blu-ray supports a DTS 7.1 audio mix. Now, typically Warner Brothers 3D releases only seem to fall back on a DTS 5.1 when there's a readily available Atmos mix. So them even upgrading to 7.1 is a little bit of a miracle in and of itself. While it's still not quite Atmos, it does have a very strong audio presentation. I did a few quick A and B comparisons from the 4K Atmos track to this DTS 7.1 provided on the 3D Blu-ray, and they are very, very close. Both are equally punchy and strong and provide a nice immersive activity with your surround sound environment. The only really difference is your height speakers don't get quite the amount of discrete channel activity as you would get on the Atmos mix. I think it's a little bit more enveloping in that particular track, but if you upmix on the 7.1, it's okay, it's serviceable. It's just not going to be a full-blown Atmos experience, of course, but still very, very strong 7.1. Dialogue and monster roars are prioritized in the center channel and they sound great. Your front speakers, they handle a lot of the action on screen and they do a good job. No issues to report there. The mid-level and rear speakers, those action-heavy moments, musical cues, a little bit of atmosphere thrown in. You get a lot of activity back there and it makes great use of the surround sound environment. And the LFE channel, it's very heavy-handed. It's very appropriately aggressive. It's strong. It's very punchy. You are absolutely going to feel this rumbling in your seats. No problems to report. This is actually a very well-done audio experience. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Godzilla vs. Kong on 3D Blu-ray a solid A. This is a very nice visual presentation. If you're a 3D Blu-ray fan, you will absolutely enjoy this movie. The Kong and Godzilla scenes particularly look really well done. There's a nice layer of depth. The human scenes are a little underwhelming, but that's kind of to be expected. But overall, the 3D Blu-ray is an excellent choice if you choose to purchase this movie. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one an A as well. It still amazes me that Warner Brothers does not include a Dolby Atmos option on their 3D Blu-rays when other studios have it readily available from their titles, but still, it's a very strong audio experience. It's immersive, very punchy, it's going to put you right into the action. It's an overall very solid offering, and if you like a good immersive experience, Godzilla vs. Kong will absolutely satisfy that. So that is my review of Godzilla vs. Kong on 3D Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking this up for yourself, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the 3D Blu-ray already, I want to hear your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.